Great sunset. That's lifeguarded up there too. Now the only problem with KA Beach is you got to get there early. After about 8:30 in the morning, almost impossible to find parking. That's all rip current down there. This stuff that's swirling around like little tornadoes in the water. Huge rip current. See the difference at KA though? It's shielded really nicely by the reef up here. It creates almost like a little lagoon. See if we can change up the perspective here a little bit. So if we swing around right here, it's going to let us look back down the Nepali coastline about 11 miles. I think you'll appreciate this view coming up. Nepali only looks like this in the wintertime. I'll show you. If you don't know yet, Nepali just means the cliffs. Take a look. See how it has that mystical look on it down low? That's what happens in the winter time. That is salt spray from the big waves. That stuff can go as high as the top of the cliffs. That's part of what makes the shape of Nepali. There's not many days you're going to come out here and see it that clear. Usually the clouds hang about halfway down almost the whole way. You guys have been pretty quiet back there. You sure you don't fall asleep on me?
We're here.
Just checking. Never know.
Not too smart. I left my home looking for a brand new start to find a place.
More of a southern view to your right there. A little further left, you're going to see some waves in a round shape off that peninsula there. That's Tunnels Reef. There's a right and there's a wrong place to snorkel tunnels. I'll show you what I mean once we're closer.
Standing all alone, the magic of the garden isle is calling me back home.
Still about 40 feet deep right here, this water. Have to see the bottom fall stirred up from wave action right now. Now, Tunnels Reef, you park inside that bay approaching up there, but you don't snorkel the bay. You walk up almost to where it looks like the beach disappears around a corner. There's a 50-foot channel that parallels that shoreline. Deeper water usually means more sea turtles hanging out, still lifeguarded. That's the same reef, too, that if you ever saw the movie Soul Surfer, that's where she was bit for real. They killed that tiger shark about a week after that.
Back home, the magic of the garden isle is calling me back home.
You'll know when you're close by to that Tunnels Reef up there too, because the town behind it, called Hyena, almost that whole town's built on stilts. Pro surfers hang out on the opposite side of the reef way out there called cannons. Those waves are so big in the winter, the only way you can surf them is you need a jet ski to slingshot you in. It's called tow-in surfing. It's a totally different type of surfboard. Looks like a hydrofoil. The board doesn't even touch the water anymore.
Do you surf like that?
No. I like my bones right where they are. I don't even see any surfers down here today. They would be right in this area if they were around. It's amazing that this area changes a lot in the summertime. Like Cannon's up ahead of us here where the pro surfers hang out now. In the summertime, you could scuba dive right there. A little deeper now, about 50 feet. If you're looking down and you see dark spots in the water, that's actually coral. The light spots are sand. It's definitely starting to clear up a little bit here. Yeah. That's Princeville straight ahead of us here. That huge building on the cliffs, that's St. Regis. The curve-shaped bay is Hanley Bay. And if you look on the far side of the bay, there's a pier out there next to the river that sticks out. That's a great sunset. Most days you can park your car right on the beach. You should definitely check it out. You'll thank me later. Now Lumahai is a long beach straight ahead. The far side of the beach is probably the most fun to watch big waves. I've seen waves go all the way over those rocks up into the trees. Those rocks are 20 feet high. Some people will stick to the river to our right. It feels a little more secure down here. That's not a lifeguard beach though, just so you know. If you haven't guessed it already, this is the North Shore. This is the rainy side. Triple the rain of the west side. You can already see it's much more lush up here. There's the pier. You can see it way out there on the other side of the bay. It really is a perfect little spot. This is where they grow all the taro. See these rectangular fields below with the water? The root of that plant, which by the way looks like an elephant ear, that's used to make poi. You're probably going to try poi if you go to Luau. I would say, if you haven't tried the poi yet, I'll let you guys figure it out. That is Hanley down to our left there. Today we can really see it. If you look into the valleys on both sides, you'll see these very cylindrical trees coming up that look kind of reddish green. Call them reddish brown if you want. Those are mango trees. It's the leaves changing colors what you're seeing. Almost directly below us here, both sides. Whole bunch right here. As we level off, you'll notice there's just a little better view of the pier from right here. And you can tell it's totally the most glassy spot in the bay out there, far side.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
This is called the Waioli Valley right here. You can see the Hanley River has kind of a oxbow shape to it. It's one of my favorites. You don't need a guide. You can go 3.5 miles before it gets too shallow. And if you do it, try to go all the way past the Hanley Bridge. It's by far the prettiest part. It's all nature preserve. See the cars now parked on the beach. Nice glassy waves come in. Makes for beautiful boogie boarding right there. These are albizia trees. They're the real flat trees, look like giant umbrellas. And you know what? You could hike this ridge straight ahead of us. Most people never realize it. When you cross over the Hanley Bridge, everybody seems to go right. You go left. If you go left, you'll pick up a trail that'll take you up here, put you right onto the saddle. It's pretty narrow. It doesn't feel that sketchy though, but what's interesting is you can look into Hanley Valley, do a 180 and look right into Hanley Bay, right up the same trail. Apparently there's a way to hike up that cliff into the clouds, but I've never done that. Let's see if you can spot it. It's going to look like a little big trail right on the crest of this ridge coming up here. Right on the edge of this thing. See it down there? Yep. That's it.
You find me somewhere.
Still the Hanley River down there. There's a way to hike this valley too. So you may notice there's some power lines approaching to our left here, which is called the Power Line Trail. 13 miles and you can hike all the way through. Typically Hanley Valley is really raining like this.